3 years. I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Big budget day. Big newsmakers on NDTV. Top ministers and opposition leaders.
ये by the people, of the people and for the people budget.
It is a fulfilling budget.
This is a development budget.
It's one of the finest budgets I've ever seen.
More than a bold move, it is a clever move.
NDTV, always the first choice of newsmakers. NDTV keeps you ahead. Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival.
The Tirupati Laddu Row has escalated as the Tirumala board blames former CM Jagan for the adulteration and claims that the Prasad adulteration happened under Jagan Mohan Reddy's government. Now, India bloc tussle erupts over Delhi poll results. Telangana CM Revanth Reddy says the India bloc is fragmented. Allies agree and say there is a leadership crisis in the bloc. Prime Minister Modi is en route to Paris as he heads to France for the AI summit. On meeting with Trump, he says there is a chance to collaborate. President Draupadi Murmu takes a holy dip at Mahakumbh. Trump's tariffs hurt markets and the rupee takes a hit as well. Gold prices surge to record high. And the latest development in the Tirumala Laddu Row, the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam has now blamed former Andhra CM Jagan Mohan Reddy for adulteration of Prasad at the Tirupati temple. The board says the adulteration happened under the Jagan administration. Remember earlier, a special investigation team led by the CBI has arrested 4 people in connection with the alleged adulteration of the famous Tirupati Laddus, which is offered as Prasad to devotees at the Venkateshwara Swami temple. My colleague Uma has more details, but first listen in to what the TTD board member had to say.
लड्डू को साक्षात भगवान का प्रसाद मानते उस लड्डू में प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट जगन मोहन रेड्डी गवर्नमेंट का टाइम में उसमें अडल्ट्रेशन हुआ उसमें एनडीटीवी का रिपोर्ट में दे दिया 100% अडल्ट्रेशन इसमें चांसेस है इसके पीछे कौन कौन है इसके क्यों ऐसा हुआ इसके पूरा इंक्वायरी में बाहर आने वाला है हमको कॉन्फिडेंस है इसके पीछे कौन है वो लोग जरूर जेल जाने का टाइम आ गया किसी को छोड़ते नहीं हम हमारा गवर्नमेंट बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है इसके बारे में किसी को छोड़ते नहीं हम
So, Bhanuprakash Reddy is a Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam board member and he is someone who owes allegiance to the BJP party and therefore part of the NDA in that sense since BJP, TDP and Janasena together run the government in Andhra Pradesh. And yes, it was Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu who had flagged this issue and made quite a blanket statement saying that the Tirumala Laddu had got contaminated during the time of Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy as Chief Minister, and a huge controversy, as you know, had followed through, erupted after that kind of a statement that was made, and that is when the SIT was brought in by the Supreme Court, which started looking at this issue. And the SIT as of now has only spoken about supply chain problems in tendering and the kind of agencies that were used, the 4 people who were arrested and about which we have been reporting since yesterday. That is the only development. So therefore there is nothing that straight away points to Jagan Mohan Reddy at this point in time. Of course, it's a political battle between the TDP, Janasena and BJP on one side and Jagan Mohan Reddy on the other, but there is no evidence per se in this case to point fingers at Jagan Mohan Reddy or for any action to be taken as of now.
Right, I'm being joined at this point by TDP spokesperson Deepak Reddy Gunapati. Thank you for joining us, sir. Now, at this point, of course, the TTD now saying that Jagan Mohan Reddy's government was behind the adulteration, or at least the adulteration took place under that administration, and that no action was taken.
Aarti, good afternoon. You know, what is surprising is the tone and tenure of the people from the earlier Jagan Mohan Reddy's government. I mean, we have been clear ever since from the beginning, after looking at the initial information, that they were part of this entire, adulteration and the scam. So 4 of them have been arrested who are related to AR Diary, Bole Baba and Vaishnavi now, and few more are going to be arrested. Now the investigation team is trying to get at who is the mastermind behind this, the brainchild, and what are the links in the temple and in the government who have actually helped them do these scams. So it is absolutely clear the tender was given to Vaishnavi Diary. So they have created fake documents and false seals for the movement of the vehicles on AR Diary. And they have also created fake documentation on Bole Baba Diary that they have received material from Roorkee, which the diary doesn't even have the capacity. So prima facie, the crime is proved. Now the investigation team is getting into the finer details and trying to find who's the mastermind, who's the brainchild behind this crime. So shortly we can hear from the investigation team on who the actual culprits are. And as I said earlier, Chandrababu Naidu ji, the Chief Minister, is extremely serious on this issue, and shortly we would be seeing the people who did this mischief and crime would be punished.
Right. I'm also being joined at this point by Satish Reddy, who's the YSRCP spokesperson. Thank you for joining us, sir. Now, the TDP is saying that action, of course, is being taken, and the TTD has made some serious allegations against Jagan Mohan Reddy, saying that the adulteration took place under his government when he was CM.
One small submission, madam. Today, there has been some mishap in Uttar Pradesh near Kumbh Mela. Do you mean that Modi is behind that mishap? Modi can be attributed to all those things? This is absolute rubbish. It is a routine supply matter which has to be taken care of a very small employee, and which is not even cognizable even for some vigilance people who have to take care of all these things. So alleging a chief minister for such a small thing, it shows the mentality of the ruling Telugudesam party and its chief minister. You see, he should be above all this. Suppose some mistake would have happened, it might have been due to some connivance of some small officers or some small people. And we welcome that some action has to be taken against any person who is found guilty. And you cannot attribute such small issues to the chief minister.
But Mr. Satish Reddy, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. The issue cannot be diminished as small, because the question here, of course, is not just the adulteration, but also the signing of tenders, the signing of contracts that were done as well. And the TDP now saying that Jagan Mohan Reddy perhaps knew that this happened, and this happened under his government.
See, madam, you send somebody to purchase some provisions, some groceries from a store. You send your driver or somebody. He comes with some... you see, there will be 2 or 3 small worms in that rice or something. Do you mean to state that the chief minister will be responsible for that 1 or 2 worms in that rice? So this is absolute rubbish, madam, which the people of Andhra Pradesh are criticizing Chandrababu Naidu. So absolutely, you should behave above this. You see, well, what would be the intention and what is the scale of the total corruption? You tell me. 300 rupees, 320 rupees. Per kg, the purchase order was there. How much could somebody save, and would a chief minister involved in such a small petty thing? So definitely there might have been some small mischief done by some lower authority, and for that the vigilance is there. They should take action. You should not politicize all such small issues, and you should not attribute that in a big scale to a chief minister. Then if I go on alleging whatever has happened in India to Narendra Modi ji, will you accept? Will somebody accept that? So this is rubbish. No, you should rise above this expectation. You should behave like a chief minister, and you should not indulge in mud throwing for every small instance.
Right. Stay on with us, Satish Reddy. Let me bring in Deepak Reddy to respond to that. You've of course said that this is petty politics that's being done, and it's a small issue for which a CM cannot be implicated, is what the YSRCP is saying. Mr. Deepak Reddy, would you like to respond to that?
First, coming to the spokesperson's comment, what he said is some issue would have been done at the lower levels, so you can't attribute it to the CM. So prima facie, he's agreed that there is something which is wrong at the which has happened. And second thing is, if you look at the comments, if you look at his comments, they are so irresponsible, so reckless, and derogatory to the Hindu religion itself. People are really hurt by what has happened there, and the national media has covered this for over a month. So that is the degree of seriousness of this issue. But you can look at the spokesperson's manner and tenure of his comments. He's taking it in a very light manner. So here, prima facie, since there is evidence, they have been arrested. And this team is a special team which is gotten after the Supreme Court's order. It has people from all different fields. So prima facie evidence is there, and shortly some more arrests are going to be taken, and 100% the link is going to go to YS Jagan Mohan Reddy and his family. They are the culprits behind this. They have not just forged the documents, they have created fake seals, and clear-cut evidence is now available. And I'm shocked with the audacity of the statement of the YCP representative. It is totally unacceptable.
Thank you, Mr. Deepak Reddy and Satish Reddy, for joining us and sharing your thoughts on this development. Now, Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy has blamed a fragmented approach in the India bloc for the loss suffered by both the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress in the Delhi Assembly elections. Speaking in Kerala, Reddy said that the BJP was the ultimate beneficiary of this approach, where both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party were out to harm each other. Chief Minister Revant Reddy, speaking about the India bloc, said, and I quote, "Everyone is expecting everything." He said Kejriwal disturbed Congress in Haryana and that the Congress did something in Delhi, but ultimately the BJP was benefiting from political dynamics. On the other hand, the allies have come forward as well of the India bloc, questioning the leadership of the alliance, saying that there's perhaps a need for a new direction for the bloc. Listen in to these reactions coming in.
Yeah, we are trying to, that is why we have made that India alliance. But everyone is expecting everything. That is the biggest problem. We have seen in Delhi, we have seen in Haryana. Kejriwal has disturbed in Haryana, where Congress has got defeat, and Congress has done something in Delhi. So ultimately, BJP is benefiting. So we have to think, we have to come together. This is the time to plan ourselves.
मेरे साथ आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता और राज्यसभा सांसद एनडी गुप्ता हैं। नतीजों के बाद इस तरह की चर्चा है कि इंडिया ब्लॉक में एक लीडरशिप क्राइसिस है और इसका भी असर पड़ा है दिल्ली चुनाव के नतीजों।
नहीं, देखिए, जहाँ तक लीडरशिप का क्राइसिस है, अभी तक जब से इंडिया ब्लॉक बना है, ये हम सबको पता है कि अभी तक कोई उसका मुखिया नहीं बना है, चाहे चेयरमैन हो या कि कोई भी कह सकते हैं। जैसे पहले यूपीए का था एक सिस्टम, तो वो एक कमजोरी है। और दूसरा क्या है, अभी आप देख रहे हैं हरियाणा में भी कांग्रेस ने जो है आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ अलायंस नहीं किया, तो वहाँ भी नुकसान हुआ, और यहाँ अलायंस नहीं हुआ, यहाँ भी नुकसान हुआ। तो ये बड़े सोचने की आवश्यकता है कि किस प्रकार से इकट्ठे होके जो एक सामने डेमोक्रेसी के खिलाफ चल रही है, संविधान के खिलाफ चल रही है, तो उसको किस तरह से मतलब जब मात दी जाए। तो इंडिया ब्लॉक को बहुत ज़रूरी है इस समय सोचने की बात, और कहीं न कहीं सबसे पहले इकट्ठे होके इस पर वार्तालाप होनी चाहिए, कारणों में जाना चाहिए, क्या कारण है, क्यों हम बार बार जो है लूज कर रहे हैं।
समाजवादी पार्टी के सांसद रामजी लाल सुमन हमारे साथ हैं। सर, दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी और कांग्रेस को हार का सामना करना पड़ा है। रेवंत रेड्डी जो है तेलंगाना के मुख्यमंत्री, उनका कहना है कि ये दोनों आपस में जिस तरीके से लड़े, उसके बाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इसका फायदा हो गया। आप क्या सोचते हैं?
निश्चित रूप से हमारी समझ में कई कमी रही है। इंडिया गठबंधन का जहां तक सवाल है, मुझे लगता है कि अगर हरियाणा में समझौता हो जाता तो फिर दिल्ली में भी समझौता हो जाता, और कांग्रेस पार्टी और अगर आम आदमी पार्टी में सहमति बन जाती तो निश्चित रूप से परिणाम आपके पक्ष में होते। ये चुनावी एक चेतावनी है, और जिस तरह का ढर्रा इंडिया गठबंधन का चल रहा है, अगर यही चलता रहा तो भविष्य में परिणाम और ज्यादा दुखद होंगे। समीक्षा होनी चाहिए और इंडिया गठबंधन को एक समयबद्ध कार्यक्रम बनाना चाहिए, उसकी एक शक्ल बननी चाहिए। आपको ख्याल होगा वाजपेयी के जमाने में जब एनडीए बना था तो उसके कन्वीनर जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस से बाद में शरद यादव हो गए। अभी तो एनडीए की शक्ल ही, इंडिया गठबंधन की शक्ल ही नहीं बनी है। तो हमें सबक लेना चाहिए और भविष्य में कोशिश करनी चाहिए कुछ जो गलतियां हुई हैं उनकी पुनरावृत्ति भविष्य में न हो।
दिल्ली चुनाव नतीजे पर बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ है शिवसेना उद्धव गुट की सांसद हैं प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी। दिल्ली चुनाव के नतीजे हैं, कैसे देखते हैं?
नहीं, चौंकाने वाले हैं और मैं बस यही कहूँगी कि ये आत्मचिंतन का समय है, क्योंकि दो इंडिया अलायंस की पार्टीज़ ही एक दूसरे से लड़ रही थी और जब लड़ाई क्लियरली आम आदमी पार्टी और बीजेपी की थी, क्या एक तीसरी पार्टी को उसमें दखल देकर आम आदमी पार्टी के हार की ओर बढ़ाना सही था? ये प्रश्न पूछा जाएगा। अब अगर आप मुझसे पूछेंगे पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की एम्बिशन होती है, हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की एम्बिशन होती है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। पर इंडिया अलायंस जो बनी थी वो इस मुद्दे से बनी थी कि हम अपने जो धर्म है, जो संविधान को बचाने का, प्रजातंत्र को बचाने का, उसका करेंगे।
लेकिन कांग्रेस यही कह रही है कि हम जो हरियाणा में लड़ना चाह रहे थे, हमने कहा कि अलायंस की जो तैयार नहीं हुई। आम आदमी पार्टी गोवा की बात उठा रही है, गुजरात की बात उठा रही है।
वो कहीं की भी बात उठाए, सबसे बड़ी पार्टी आप है, आपकी जिम्मेदारी है कि अगर वो अलायंस की बात भी हो रही थी तो अगर अलायंस में आप 2-3 सीट और दे देते, दिल बड़ा रखते। मैं फिर भी यहाँ पे एक दूसरे को ब्लेम नहीं करना चाहूँगी। ये आत्मचिंतन का विषय है कि आर वी डूइंग द जस्टिस दैट वी हैड थॉट ऑफ, कि संविधान की लड़ाई लड़ेंगे, एक दूसरे को और मजबूत करेंगे, ना कि एक दूसरे के साथ लड़कर कमज़ोर पार्टियों को करेंगे।
एक अंतिम सवाल कि रेवंत रेड्डी भी कह रहे हैं कि अगर आपस में लड़ाई नहीं लड़ते तो इसका फायदा बीजेपी में नहीं होता। उमर अब्दुल्ला भी कह रहे हैं तो कम से कम इंडिया ब्लॉक को बैठ के बात करनी चाहिए आपस में। क्या
हमने तो वो दो टूक सामना में आज कह ही दिया है।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी एमपी फ्रॉम दिल्ली प्रवीण खंडेलवाल इज विद मी। प्रवीण सर, लगातार अब पूरा जो इंडिया ब्लॉक था आपस में ही एक दूसरे के ऊपर सवाल खड़े कर रहे हैं। उमर अब्दुल्ला ने पहले बोला और लड़ो, अब रेवंत रेड्डी बोल रहे हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को असली फायदा हुआ है कांग्रेस और आम आदमी पार्टी के लड़ने से। किस तरीके से देखते हैं इस विपक्ष को?
देखिए, ये कोई गठजोड़ नहीं था, ये नापाक गठबंधन था जो राजनीतिक स्वार्थों के कारण से इन्होंने गुट बना रखा था। जब जब इनके स्वार्थ आपस में हिट होते हैं तो ये एक दूसरे को कोसते हैं, नहीं तो एक दूसरे के साथ में रहते हैं। ये किस प्रकार की राजनीति कर रहे हैं इनको खुद नहीं पता और इनका ऐसा पतन होना ही था। जो भी लोग देश और दिल्ली की जनता के साथ छल करेंगे, धोखा देंगे, फरेब करेंगे, उनका हश्र यही होगा।
सर, दिल्ली में अब सरकार बनने जा रही है, आगे क्या कदम है, अब किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ेगा पूरा?
देखिए, दिल्ली के लोगों ने प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में गहन आस्था और विश्वास जताया है। हम सबको अपनी जिम्मेदारी का एहसास है और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हम सभी सांसद और दिल्ली में भाजपा की सरकार मिलकर के हम हर वो काम करेंगे जिससे किसी की आंख में आंसू ना हो और हर चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट हो।
My colleague Aishwarya joins us with more details. Aishwarya, now the India bloc leaders, of course, questioning that perhaps there must be a leadership change for the alliance to ensure that there aren't more losses, and especially this has come after a big hit for the India bloc, which was the Delhi loss.
Well, certainly before the Delhi elections as well, it was the opposition political parties who were the part of the India bloc demanding that there should be a meeting of the India bloc that should happen as soon as possible after the Lok Sabha elections debacle. And also a leadership crisis was something that was witnessed because it was different opposition political leaders who stated that it is a meeting that should be called and a leader of the India bloc should be changed. In fact, there were chorus that was going around that Mamata Banerjee should lead the entire India bloc, but ultimately it was the India alliance which completely failed in the Lok Sabha elections, and later it was in Haryana elections as well, where Aam Aadmi Party and Congress did not align together and they faced a defeat from the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the same result is something that is now witnessed in Delhi elections as well. And soon after the results, it is from Shiv Sena, the Samna attacked the Congress party. It is their own chief minister from the Congress, Revant Reddy, who stated that it is the Bharatiya Janata Party who is the real beneficiary, and Aam Aadmi Party and Congress are out there to harm each other. It is also a jibe that was taken by Umar Abdullah as well, that it is the internal fight that is leading to a collapse in the India alliance, and to have a constructive opposition, they need to have a friendly talk with each other so that they can fight constructively against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
So it's a clear, divide which we are witnessing, a rift which we are witnessing currently within the India bloc after the defeat that they have faced from the Bharatiya Janata Party in the recent Delhi elections.
Right, Ashwara, thank you for joining us and bringing us those details. Now, in the Rajya Sabha, Congress MP Sonia Gandhi urged the central government to complete the national census, emphasizing that it's essential for citizens to access the benefits of various welfare schemes. While speaking in the Rajya Sabha, Sonia Gandhi said 14 crore eligible Indians deprived of benefits of food security law and she's also demanding a population census at the earliest. Listen in.
For the first time in independent history, the decennial census has been delayed by more than 4 years. Originally scheduled for 2021, there is still no clarity on when the census will be conducted. The budget allocations reveal that the updated census is unlikely to be conducted this year as well. Around 14 crore eligible Indians are thus being deprived of their rightful benefits under the NFSA. It is imperative, sir, that the government prioritizes the completion of the census as soon as possible and ensures that all deserving individuals receive the benefits guaranteed to them under the NFSA.
We have some breaking news coming in. Rocket launchers have been recovered in Punjab. The recovery took place in Punjab's Patiala. The police are saying that they had got information about suspicious material when they had found these rocket launchers after conducting a search operation. Now, as per reports, about 10 rocket ammunition have been found during the searches that took place in Punjab's Patiala this afternoon, triggering panic among residents in that area. The ammunition was reportedly found at a garbage dump on Rajpura Road in Patiala. Officials are currently on the spot, is what we're learning. This is the latest that we bring for you from Punjab. In a latest recovery, rocket launchers were found in Punjab. In Punjab's Patiala, this recovery has taken place at a supposed garbage dump, is what we're learning. The police are saying that they had gotten information about suspicious material in this particular area in Patiala, and upon searching or conducting search operations, they found rocket launchers. Now, reports are saying that about 10 rocket launchers have been found during the searches in Punjab's Patiala as of this afternoon. Prime Minister Modi is headed to Paris to co-chair the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit along with French President Emmanuel Macron. India and France will likely make announcements on small modular reactors boosting civil nuclear cooperation as well. Now, Macron and Modi will visit the city of Marseille and inaugurate an Indian consulate there, is what we're learning. Prime Minister Modi will then leave for the United States on Wednesday, where he'll meet with President Donald Trump to discuss matters of immigration and tariff, marking their first meeting post-Trump's re-election. Prime Minister Modi, in his departure statement, said that his upcoming visit to the United States will offer an opportunity to build upon the successes of his collaboration with Donald Trump during his first term of presidency. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is currently en route to Paris, where he will be attending the AI Action Summit. And post that summit, of course, he will be heading to the United States on a 2-day visit. My colleague Vasudha joins us with more details. Vasudha, take us through the latest as what we can expect from the Prime Minister's Paris visit and his US visit that will happen consecutively after.
Well, this can be seen as the most important geopolitical visit of the Prime Minister. Of course, he's going to meet Donald Trump when he goes to Washington from France. But of course, the Paris AI Summit kicks off, tomorrow. And on February 10th and 11th is when France is going to be the center of this AI debate. And what we understand is that the Prime Minister will also be pushing for global norms on AI, because if you remember, Aarti has been also talking about AI as aspirational India. So he understands the dangers associated with AI and also the kind of opportunities it presents, and he wants India to be at the center of it. So clearly pushing for global norms, regulations on AI, understanding global trends, along with global leaders is going to be one important thing. And of course, from there, he proceeds to Washington to have that very important bilateral summit meeting with Donald Trump. And this is going to be his first meeting with Donald Trump after he assumed charge as the president for the second time, although he has had phone conversations with him twice in the last 2 months. So clearly issues of immigration, trade, tariffs are all going to come up. Remember, the first deportation of Indian illegal immigrants has already taken place. And of course, India is engaging with US diplomatically at many levels to ensure that, the deportees are treated with a lot of respect and dignity. At the same time, there are also questions on immigration, H-1B visa, all those things. So clearly, the Prime Minister's schedule is going to be packed. It's going to be a 4-day event with lots of meetings, lots of concerns, but clearly it's going to kickstart also a fresh chapter in India-US relations.
Right, Vasudha, and as far as Prime Minister Modi's visit to Paris is concerned, it's quite a significant visit as India is emerging a leading partner when it comes to the AI industry as well.
Absolutely, Aarti. If you look at it, this AI summit will focus on how AI can be used in public services, how AI is going to change the future of our work, because there is a lot of, if there is a danger and threat of AI taking away jobs, there's also AI creating new opportunities. That's also being talked about. How is AI going to, change innovation, culture, and also, most importantly, the governance of different countries. How are countries going to use AI in their own governance is going to be really discussed in this AI summit.
Thank you, Vasudha, for joining us and bringing us those details. We'll continue tracking this story for you. For now, a short break.
AI taking the world by storm. Are we ready for the AI revolution? India set to ride the AI wave. The mega AI summit in Paris.
From ethical concerns to practical innovations, we'll get you all the latest details on why this matters for India.
PM Modi to co-chair the AI summit. Modi's mission AI, Advantage India. Detailed coverage on NDTV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
Tirupati Tirumala board blames ex-CM Jagan Mohan Reddy for adulteration of prasad. Telangana CM Revanth Reddy says India bloc fragmented. Allies agree. Aam Aadmi Party reacts. Leadership crisis in India bloc is what allies say. Prime Minister Modi heads to France for AI summit. On meeting Trump, he says it's a chance to collaborate. President Draupadi Murmu takes a holy dip at Mahakumbh in Prayagraj.
Trump 2.0 in the White House. Prime Minister Modi amongst the first invitees. Recognition of a rising India. February 13th, Prime Minister Modi in the US. India-US Dostana, a force for good. Talks on ties, trade and tariffs. A dialogue of democracies.
हमारी मित्रता आगे बढ़ती चली जा रही है.
Deal, dosti and diplomacy. Live coverage on NDTV from Washington.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Big budget day. Big newsmakers on NDTV. Top ministers and opposition leaders.
ये by the people, of the people and for the people budget.
It is a fulfilling budget.
This is a development budget.
It's one of the finest budgets I've ever seen.
More than a bold move, it is a clever move.
NDTV, always the first.
Beautiful Sajjana, beautiful, beautiful Sajjana.
Trump 2.0 in the White House. Prime Minister Modi amongst the first invitees. Recognition of a rising India. February 13th, Prime Minister Modi in the US. India-US Dostana.
India is the world's third largest energy consumer, trailing only behind China and the United States. With rapid urbanization and economic expansion, our energy needs are skyrocketing. By 2030, India's power demand is expected to double, and ensuring energy security has never been more critical. Here's a staggering fact. India imports nearly 85% of its crude oil, costing the nation billions every year. To curb this dependency, the government is aggressively pushing for ethanol-blended fuels, targeting a 20% ethanol mix by 2025, potentially saving us $4 billion annually. It is in this context that the India Energy Week, or IEW, which enters its third year in 2025, assumes significance.
भारत इस समय एनर्जी पर इतना निवेश कर रहा है जितना पहले कभी नहीं हुआ, और इसलिए आज दुनिया में ऑयल, गैस और एनर्जी सेक्टर से जुड़ा करीब हर लीडर भारत में निवेश करना चाहता है। कितने ही लीडर्स इस समय मेरे सामने बैठे हुए हैं। हम पूरी गर्मजोशी से आपका भी स्वागत करते हैं। साथियों, सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी भारत की प्राचीन परंपरा का हिस्सा रही है।
Given geopolitical volatilities, platforms such as the IEW go a long way in global cooperation for India's energy security.
India Energy Week was conceived 3 years ago. India Energy Week will take place every year. The India Energy Week is a very broad platform. All the changes that take place geopolitically, including changes of government here or elsewhere, will be looked at and discussed amongst the participants. By all available indications, I think there's more and more energy coming onto the global market. I mean, everything. Crude oil, apart from the, if you look at the production cuts introduced by the OPEC Plus, there's more oil coming in from the Western Hemisphere, Brazil, Guyana, Suriname, Canada, the US. I think there'll be more available. The President of the United States, recently elected second time, he has called for a lowering of global energy prices. Well, for a country like India, which is still 50% dependent on gas imports and even much larger on, that's music to our ear.
While global energy demand is increasing, around 675 million people worldwide still lack access to basic electricity. Cost-effective, green technologies offer compelling ways to close this gap sustainably, and fortunately their use is growing across the world. And there are lessons that countries within the global south can learn from India, which is both the world's fastest growing economy and the fastest growing renewable energy market among large economies. India's push for renewable energy and biofuels is a critical component of its broader strategy to achieve energy security and sustainability. Research in green hydrogen and biofuels is galvanizing a movement that could only be strengthened by global collaboration. This is fostered by IEW, and it is unique for providing an in-depth platform for discussions not only on the current state of demand and supply, but also on the future of energy.
पिछले वर्ष G20 समिट में हमने जिस ग्लोबल बायोफ्यूल्स अलायंस को शुरू किया था, वो हमारी इसी भावना का प्रतीक है। इस अलायंस ने पूरे विश्व की सरकारों, संस्थाओं और इंडस्ट्रीज को एक साथ इकट्ठा कर दिया है। जब से ये अलायंस बना है, इसे व्यापक समर्थन मिल रहा है। बहुत कम समय में ही 22 देश और 12 इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इस अलायंस से जुड़ गए हैं। इससे पूरे विश्व में बायोफ्यूल्स के इस्तेमाल को बढ़ावा मिलेगा। इससे करीब $500 बिलियन की आर्थिक संभावनाओं को बनाने में भी मदद मिलेगी। साथियों, अपने यहां भी भारत ने इस क्षेत्र में बड़ी प्रगति की है। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में भारत में बायोफ्यूल्स का एडॉप्शन तेजी से बढ़ा है। 10 साल पहले हमारे यहां पेट्रोल में इथेनॉल की ब्लेंडिंग 1.5% के आसपास थी। 2023 में ये 12% से अधिक हो गई है। इससे लगभग 42 मिलियन मैट्रिक टन कार्बन एमिशन घटा है। आज भारत ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन के क्षेत्र में भी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। नेशनल ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन मिशन के कारण भारत जल्द ही हाइड्रोजन प्रोडक्शन और एक्सपोर्ट का केंद्र बनने वाला है। मुझे विश्वास है भारत का ग्रीन एनर्जी सेक्टर इन्वेस्टर्स और इंडस्ट्री दोनों को श्योर शॉर्ट विनर बना सकता है। साथियों, इंडिया एनर्जी वीक का ये आयोजन सिर्फ भारत का आयोजन नहीं है। ये आयोजन इंडिया विद द वर्ल्ड एंड इंडिया फॉर द वर्ल्ड इस भावना का प्रतिबिंब है। और इसलिए ये मंच आज एनर्जी सेक्टर से जुड़े विचार विमर्श और अनुभवों को साझा करने का मंच बन गया है।
In its third edition, the India Energy Week, or IEW, that begins from the 11th to 14th of February in New Delhi, is poised to solidify its position as a premier platform for the global energy industry.